Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner Zink, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, I am going to speak to this question of things that I learned from my clients through the work that I've been doing, both in conventional mental health as well as in hypnotism and neurolinguistic programming, because before I got into hypnosis and neurolinguistic programming, I actually did do a lot of work in conventional mental health. And it was because of what I was unable to do there with my clients that I left that paradigm and got into true healing through hypnotism and NLP, in case you wanted to know. So what were some of the things that I learned? So many things. I have to say that the first thing is that my clients have their own answers in their own mind. Sometimes it's their unconscious mind, which is why hypnotism, neurolinguistic programming is the best way to access that material. I would also have to say that they've taught me more about how to help them heal than anything that I could have learned through the textbooks, which is actually the basis of the question. What did I learn through my practice that I couldn't learn in the textbooks? That clients, even the most mentally ill, and I would say especially the most mentally ill clients, the ones I was working with who were so mentally ill they could not live their own lives, they needed to have supportive housing and programs to keep them safe, were able to see through the hypocritical comments, behaviors of those people who call themselves counselors. I'll never forget this one older woman. Well, she was older to me at the time. I was in my 30s. She was in her 50s, speaking to me about a 20-something-year-old who had just graduated college, talking about all of her drinking experiences after she left work. The 50-something woman client happened to be a recovering alcoholic. She could not understand why this was even allowed to happen. I would say because, well, things happen. So there you go. Understand that many people who get into the world of mental health got there, myself included, quite honestly, because they had mental health issues and they needed to overcome them. They learned a lot about it and they wanted to use those things that they learned to help others. Unfortunately, many of those same people have not gotten to the point where they're totally healed. Many of those traumas. And when clients come to them and talk about those issues, these practitioners get triggered. If you have a practitioner who is getting triggered by the things that you say, it is up to you to fire them and find someone who has got their life together so they can hold that space for you to actually truly heal. There should be nothing that you bring up in sessions with a practitioner that triggers them, ever. And I truly, sincerely mean that. With hypnotism, we know that our clients have their own answers in their own mind, and that our clients are the experts on how they developed their particular problems. These are the defense mechanisms that their unconscious mind developed. And because of that, they're the experts and they help us to help them decreate these problems through the work that we do together. It's amazing how many people have come from dysfunctional families. Sad to say, it affects every race, every socioeconomic class, and every religious background that I've worked with to date. Deeply listening to one's client will always get you the information necessary to have really great healing for your client. The problem is that too many professionals out there believe that their fancy licenses give them the edge, when in fact they do not. The client is the one with the answers to their issues. However, one has to be willing to be present and to listen to what they're saying, not saying, and between the lines of what is being said to truly be able to help them. Not only clients want to be well, being emotionally dysfunctional gives them what we call secondary gain in the business. This means that the diagnosis Given allows the client to feel that they no longer need to do those things that emotionally healthy people do. For example, people with ADD will speak to the fact that they're just unable to focus, when in fact, ADD is about hyperfocusing on the things that they enjoy doing. Well, I'll tell my so-called ADD clients if they can hyperfocus on that which they want to do, they can learn to hyperfocus on those things they need to do. They just need to make it important enough to do that focus. 98% of the time, if you treat clients with respect, with the expectation that they will be able to heal their issues, they will be able to heal. Whatever it takes to heal, which is the best part of doing this sort of work. It's the most fulfilling work one can do, in my estimation. Most mentally ill clients are some of the most insightful and intelligent people that I've ever met, which makes them interesting to work with. Yet it can add to challenges of being able to help them. One has to be able to uncover their capacity to manipulate themselves and to get them to better understand how this thinking is creating the problems that they employed me to help them to resolve. Perfectionism. Yes, it's a huge drain of emotional energy. I'm so grateful to never have had that particular problem. I do like to be as careful as I can be with certain of life's necessary activities. However, being imperfectly perfect with humility requires to work out great for me. Those are just some of those ideas that came to mind and answer that particular question. I'm sure I could come up with quite a few more, but I think you get the idea that I learned so much from my clients. They are the best teachers that I have, but the only reason they're able to teach me is because I have an open mind and I want to learn from them how to best help them. So there you go, folks. Truly hope that you will put that into effect if you're seeing a therapist or thinking about a therapist or a hypnotist or any other professional in this world that you need to go to. Now, as always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time.
If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner Zink, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.